The final round of the European season takes us to Italy, the Monza circuit. This circuit, well, is definitely going to suit the Mercedes once again, as I've been saying quite a lot recently. It's just basically a straight line, the circuit. I mean, it's so many straights. I mean, it's just a straight line. It's flat out about 90% of the time, and it's, yeah. So you can see there, Hamilton well ahead. I mean, we're down in 4th, and yeah, we just can't keep up. I mean, you can just see he's just pulling away down the straight, and it's just, well, I don't know. And this might be one of the races where Mercedes just started to pull away from us again. Ferrari. I mean, we're going to need a good result, and this probably will end up being damage limitation for us. I mean, so yeah, we could just see catching up to Hamilton, and it is going to be, yeah, 4th place. So I think Raikkonen out-qualified us. So yeah, he did. Well, it was only 2 tenths in it. I didn't know it was that close, but you could definitely see the Mercedes. Hamilton was a full 3 tenths faster than me and Raikkonen. So we're going to have our work cut out. You can see the Williams, actually. I think they out-qualified Red Bull. So I think they had Stroll in 5th and then Massa in 8th, and the Red Bull sandwiching them. So that's quite interesting. You can see I was contemplating which strategy to do. It sort of recommended softs going onto mediums, which I think that's what the rest of the front runners are going to be doing. But I thought, you know, with these new tyres, maybe I might be able to do soft then onto in super soft then onto softs instead of onto the mediums. Off the start, we bogged down a bit, and you can see we've actually been swamped. Hulkenberg, Stroll and Massa all overtake us, so we're down to 7th. Even so we get Hulkenberg with a switchback move, and we go around the outside of Stroll, so that's quite a good move. And he's trying to come back. No, he doesn't manage to come back at us, so that's us into 5th place. You can see Massa's pulled quite a big gap, and there goes Stroll. He's up the inside, and he's got us back for 5th, so we're back down to 6th, and you can see definitely the top 3 have been pulling away quite a lot. You can see Raikkonen right behind. I think that's Bottas, and Hamilton leads. So right now, if results were to stay as it is, I'll be losing 17 points to Hamilton. So it's better they can move on. As I say that, I managed to go up the inside of Stroll, and that's us back up into 5th place. So yeah, quite a mediocre start there. We've actually lost the position still off the start, and you can see we're trying to close in the Massa. We're going purple. So we're just going to be on board now. As you can just see, we can close the Williams down in these corners, but the straight line speed, the Williams, I think, one of the only cars which is faster than Mercedes, even as the Mercedes branded engine. It's just a bullet in the straight line. And you can see now, yeah, I mean, we're definitely catching with Massa. I mean, it's only about sort of time, but I don't know if we can catch up to the top 3, because we're quite a bit behind them. We're about 5 or so seconds, maybe 4 seconds behind them. So you can see now we've gained an awful lot of Massa. I mean, my team offered me to change the strategy to put on lap 4, but I don't know. I think that's a bit too early, and I don't think I can make the soft tyres last 9 laps, even with this, even with the 2017 tyres. You can see the Stroll. We've sort of dropped Stroll in the background. Sorry. Yeah, we overtake Massa now, so we're up into 4th. So right now you can just see Raikkonen up ahead. He's about 2 or 3 seconds, but Massa's going to come back on us. We're going to have to go defensive. So, you know, we managed to defend that position, but we're a long way behind the front runners, and cutting onto lap 4. So this is when the team wanted me to pit, and you can see Hamilton's actually pitting. So Raikkonen and Bottas have stayed out, and Raikkonen battling with Bottas. Raikkonen actually makes a move for the lead, I think. They're swapping up swapping positions, Raikkonen and Bottas, the 2 Finns. But I think Bottas actually has to concede the position as Raikkonen actually gets past him. Well, we actually corner cut that corner, so that's our first corner cutting warning. So we've only got 2 more of them left, so we're going to have to be careful, because I think it was Hungary 2 races ago. I actually got a corner cutting penalty, so I really need to be careful here. And we go purple, and we're definitely closing in. As the 2 Finns go side by side, I think Bottas has got Raikkonen. And are we going to pit? No, because actually Raikkonen pits along with Bottas, and we actually have to stay out. So no wonder the team wanted me to come in lap 4, because Raikkonen was scheduled to come into lap 5. Even so, I've stayed out. It's been quite a good, solid out lap. Stroll's going to come into the pits with me. I think we're both going on to softs from here, so we definitely will have the fastest tyres toward the end. So it's a good 2.0 stop. I had a good pit entry that coming past is Sainz and Palmer, who haven't actually made their pit stops yet. And actually, we've come out ahead of not just Raikkonen, but Hamilton as well. So, and they're all on the mediums. So actually, somehow we managed to do about a 3-4 second overcut. So I think they've been stuck in some sort of traffic or something with some back markers, because I don't know how I've gained that much time. I mean, I was 2 seconds behind Raikkonen and Bottas, and I gained that all back in one lap, so probably it was the good pit entry or the good pit stop. I don't know, because we've seen in Spa last episode. I mean, we saw that the Mercedes, actually it was Hungary, where the Mercedes had really bad pit stops. That really helped us out. So again, I think that's happened again, and I think Ferrari have reaped the benefits. And right now, we're actually going to gain on Mercedes, despite what I said at the beginning. And this is actually going to be a better result than we thought. So you can see now the final two pits. So we're actually relinquished up into the lead of the race after being 7th after the first corner. So wow, really wasn't expecting this. And I think Hamilton as well, I think he had a bit of a collision with I think one of the Toro Rossos, and I think he lost some front wing, so I think he's into the pit. So I'm actually going to gain a full 25 points in Hamilton, unless he can get back into the points, which I wasn't really expecting after qualifying 4th, 3 tenths off his pace. So once again, luck is definitely coming to us in the career mode, and we actually skip on to lap 13. Not much has happened, but then I just skipped on to him because you could actually see Lance Stroll managed to overtake Kimi Raikkonen for second, and like he did in real life in Baku, he managed to somehow come second in the Williams, and wow, it was a really unexpected result. And you can see Ferrari obviously happy. I think Williams should be the happiest, because I think they got Massa in 4th as well, so they had a really good result, Williams. I mean, they're definitely trying to push there to overtake Red Bull. I mean, they're not too far behind in the constructors, and they've sort of established themselves as best as the rest. Ignore that Bottas face, it's meant to be Lance Stroll. I mean, this isn't the full 2017 game, so it's not got all of the features which is going to be in the game coming out later this month. It's only a mod after all. But you can see that Lance Stroll, we were 5 seconds in front of him, so it's a fairly bog standard rate, fairly boring race after we got into the lead. Hamilton in 12th, and yeah, you can see there, looking at the driver standings, we have pulled a full nearly 30 points to Hamilton after he started closing us in, and Ferrari actually overtake Mercedes for first, as you see there on the points graphics. So up into the lead of constructors, something I wasn't really expecting a few rounds in. Kimi Raikkonen originally wasn't pulling his weight, but I suppose we sort of pulled ourselves together after that. So yeah, that's the end of this episode. Goodbye.